Hey everyone, I know it has been forever and I apologize, but what I wanted to do today was do a very quick review of my new Phillip Lim Mini Pashli bag. And there's not too many reviews on YouTube, so I really wanted to get this up quick and just say hi to everybody because, like I said, I apologize for not being around. Just things have been kind of hectic and I just haven't had time. If you make YouTube videos, you know how long it takes to, record them, edit them, upload them, and all that stuff. And I know obviously this one's not going to be the best quality because it's on my MacBook, but it's really the quickest way I can get a video out. So anyways, let me try and do this quick review and hopefully I won't blab on for too long about this bag. Alright, so as I said, I wanted to do a review of my Phillip Lim Mini Pashli bag. And I was going to do an unboxing video, but I just haven't had the time. So the bag comes in this dust bag, obviously backwards because I'm using my MacBook. And the one that I got was the black one. Just before I start, this is the Phillip Lim Pashli, and not to be confused for the Phillip Lim for Target Pashli. This is the actual one that you buy, at Holt's or Saks or wherever. So it's not the one from Target because obviously that one is kind of hard to find. So I had been thinking about getting this bag for a while now, probably since Christmas or so, and I finally decided to go get it. Of course, it was a mission, finding it in black and blah 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 when I actually want it. But anyways, really like this style, and I wanted the Celine Mini, not the Celine Mini, Micro. I think it's the Micro, the Celine Micro tote. But I knew there was going to be no way in hell that I was going to find it in black. I decided, you know what, this is the next best option, and like I said, I'd wanted it for a long time, reasonably priced compared to the Celine one, so I was like, I'm just gonna get it. So this is the bag, all right, and it is in the black pebbled leather. Like I said, comes with the dust bag, fits in the dust bag perfectly, which is nice. And as you can see, so this is the bag, and what it does, it opens this way by pressing, actually only one of these little clasps moves, but if you press it, it'll release the clasp and you can open it, and you can see it's got the two little side zippers, so that if you want to zip them down to make it larger, which I'll show you in a minute, you can do that. So, and then inside, hopefully you can see that with the lighting, it's just a canvas, well, I don't know if it's supposed to be silk lined, but I'm not sure. But so anyways, it's lined in fabric, and there's a pouch right here, and I have also got the long strap right here. So I've got the strap here. If you know me, if you've seen my other video on my Louis Vuitton Speedy bag, you'll know that I'm not a handheld bag type of person. So I definitely need a strap. I 200% would not have purchased this bag if it didn't have this strap. I love crossbody. I love being able to put things on my shoulder, so that was really important to me. A strap that is meant for crossbody. It's adjustable. It's got the buckle here, so you can adjust it, pretty long, pretty short, however you want it. What to do is obviously clip it on the sides here. This is it with the strap on. Okay, let me stand up and show you. This has been the way I've been wearing it, and it's on the third tightest strap. I'm 5'4", so that just kind of gives you an idea of how it looks. And you can carry it on your shoulder. You can do it crossbody, which is my favorite. You can see right there. Sorry. All right, so you can see there. And you can see the side straps right here. Okay. What I do when I'm walking or going out or whatever, is to avoid when you're walking, the straps tend to go like this. So there's actually a little clasp thingy here. And so what I do is I just clasp it together like this so that when I'm walking, the straps actually stay up like that and I don't have to worry about it. It's also one extra layer of protection of anyone being able to get into this bag. That's what it's like done fully up when I'm going out, and you can pull these little things just to make it a little bit bigger. And when you actually put stuff in it, it stretches out like that. So that's what it looks like when it's on. It looks very, very similar to the one that you've probably seen from Target, except of course this one is real leather and the style is just a tiny, tiny bit different, or like the way the front looks, but not a whole lot different. I haven't seen the Target one in real life, so I'm not sure how it compares, but like I said, this one's real leather. I'm sure it's made a little bit sturdier, but who knows. Overall, I really, really like this bag. I'd give it probably a rating of about 8 out of 10. Like I said, reasonably priced if you're comparing it to the Celine bag. Looks really, really cute. It's perfect for going out at night if you just want something little. Now, the cons of it. It's finicky when you actually want to get something out of the bag, which kind of defeats the purpose of the bag, I guess. I don't know. But if you want to actually get something out, like you're paying for something, whatever, you have to go, of course, undo this, okay, which is fine, and then you have to undo the clasp. And to be honest, that's kind of a few too many steps for me. I love my Neverfull. I can just, throw things in, take it out, not have to worry. But, of course, there's not that level of protection of somebody reaching in your bag and taking something. So this is nice. You don't have to worry about being in a crowd or anything. It surprisingly does hold a lot. Holds actually way more than I thought it would, and surprisingly holds my Louis Vuitton zippy wallet, and this is the large zippy. And let me put it in there. It holds it even if I have the things done up. Both myself and the saleswoman were really surprised that it actually held this. So it holds the zippies. There's a lot of room. Normally if I have my wallet, I also put my phone and some cosmetics and a few other things, and it holds perfectly fine. It's not busting at the seams or anything. So it's really, really awesome that it does hold a zippy wallet and still has a lot of room inside. So as mentioned, it does have this little pocket inside. It's about the length of the bag, or it goes down to about the bottom of the bag. It doesn't hold a whole ton, but I mean, you could fit, let me just see. In the pouch, you can't really fit, unless you keep it open, you can't really fit an iPhone 5, so that's kind of what it looks like. You could keep it sitting like that, I guess. The other thing about this bag is, as I mentioned, the lining inside. I was a little bit surprised, to be honest. It feels kind of cheap. Like I said, I don't know if it's supposed to be, no, probably not silk. It's probably satin. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it feels reasonably cheap inside. Like I said, I was very, very surprised. I want to take a look and see what's actually this part's supposed to be lined with. But all the lining is the satin and then straight to the leather. There's nothing in between or anything like that. The only other thing about this bag that is kind of, I mean, I don't think it's that negative, but it's might be for some people, is this part right here. It does seem to scratch easily. I found after the first time I wore it, I saw scratches kind of around this area. Not that big of a deal. You can't notice it. Obviously, hang on, let me see if I can show you. Not sure if you can see there, but it has scratched a little bit here. I don't know, not that big of a deal. The hardware on this side seems, I don't know what it is. It's not as strong as, you know, like a Coach purse. Coach purses seem to have really strong hardware on the sides and that. This doesn't seem to be as strong, and it seems to be a different material than what's here. So I don't know if it's just like a coated metal, a coated gold metal of some sort. But it definitely seems to be a different material that's right here. So I'd be curious if anybody knows what this actually is. I'd be curious to know. Now, I've only used it probably about 5 times or so. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen along the piping here. It seems to be quite well glued or molded or whatever they do to it. In comparison to one of my Marc Jacobs bags that has like peeled like crazy around the sides. I do use that one a lot, so you know that could be part of it. But I am curious to see how this sealing holds up. The only other thing I would say is when you are, you know, putting the bag away, putting it back over your shoulder after you've paid for whatever. Sometimes closing this seems to be a little funny. Like it just doesn't, you have to kind of fiddle with it a tad. This one seems to close easier than some of the other ones I was trying on in the store. I tried on the taupe one and the navy one, and it seemed they wouldn't like clasp properly, if that makes sense. So if you are going to buy this, make sure you test out the clasp to see how easily it goes in and out, because you don't want to get one that has a clasp that, you know, is kind of funny and off and hard to close. So yeah, so overall I do quite like this bag. I'm curious to see how long it kind of stands the test of time. And but I think it's a classic bag. It's great for going out. You know, if you're going to a bar, or whatever, you can do it crossbody. You can hold it by its like that. This is a little awkward because it's such a small bag, but I don't know. Some people might do it. You could do it right over the shoulder. It's great, holds a lot, reasonably inexpensive compared to some of the other smaller bags you can buy. For like I said, Celine or Chanel. It's obviously really well priced. So I suggest, if you're interested, going and taking a look at it. Overall, I would highly recommend it. But like I said, I'm curious to see how it stands the test of time. And the only other small thing I don't like is with this crossbody strap, it's got this long, if you can notice here, it's got this long part that kind of hangs if you have your strap quite tight. Not really sure what to do with it. I've tried a few different things, like trying to I don't know, put it up through the strap itself, but I don't know, it's just kind of funny hanging there. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to cut it. Who knows what I'm going to do with this bag. So yeah, so let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. But overall, I do really like this bag. And yeah, like I said, any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all are doing really, really well. Bye, everybody.